Let me begin by saying we hoped we wouldn't be in this position again. Yet we are, and we deeply regret the impact this decision may have on you. For that, I am truly very sorry. This decision is not a reflection on you as individuals. I also want to say you've been tremendous team members, colleagues, and friends to me and so many others. We are here to support you both personally and professionally as you navigate next steps. We will begin deactivating all systems access at this time. At this time, I'll end the call.
Now, this is happening to everyday people, whether they work on site, hybrid, or remote. It has happened to managers, tech staff, bank workers, factory workers, truck drivers, and the likes. If you've just lost your job, you are not alone. People are on TikTok sharing their pain. Let's listen to them.
I just got let go from my job as part of organizational shifts and return to office. As you guys know, I've been a remote employee for the past 5 years, really since the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm crying not because I'm sad that I got let go. Obviously, the instability of losing an income always sucks. What sucks most about being let go is somebody taking control out of your hands. I always preach internally and here at home that we have got to be the people in the driving seat of our futures, of our careers. And when a company takes that control out of your hands, it sucks, because all of a sudden the plan that you had, the roadmap that you were on board for, is gone. Now you've got to start over. And this is why you've always got to have a plan B, a plan C, and most importantly, an emergency fund. I am incredibly upset and frustrated. There have been several shifts in the company in this last couple of months that I just knew. The writing was on the wall, and I knew my time was coming. But the fact that we have an emergency fund, because ultimately that is what matters at the end of the day, is that we have money to pay our mortgage, to pay for our daycare. We have that as a fallback, and I can take time, maybe a week, to just collect my thoughts and put together a strategy for job hunting. Always be prepared for the unexpected, because ultimately companies will always put themselves first. And as much as you want to believe that you're part of the family, you like the people you work with, it's a business transaction, it's a business contract, and you've got to handle it as such. But please know that you are more than your job. You are more than what you do. Have a plan, have an emergency fund. Do not spend more than you need to. Live below your means. We are in strange times. That is beside me losing the job. Just general messaging. Protect yourselves, treat yourself as a business, and always be looking for better opportunities, because companies would do the same, and they are.
Big corporations that we all think has it all figured out when it comes to finance planning and all of that is also letting people go. Amazon, UPS, Meta recently announced downsizing. They let go about 5%, that's roughly 4,000 of their employees, after performance review. Some of these employees have been working with Meta for many years, but a performance review kicked them out.
You guys, Meta just laid off 4,000 employees, and if you're in tech, you need to pay attention, because this isn't just about performance. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO, announced earlier this year that he was going to raise the bar on performance management, cutting workers who didn't meet expectation. But here's the problem. Many of those that have been laid off have just received positive performance reviews. So some of them have even been told by their managers that they were safe. So what's really going on here? Performance reviews don't always protect you. Many employees who were let go had at or above expectations ratings. Some were even downgraded right before the layoffs, making them easy targets. And if you think your good review means job security, think again.
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again, twice in a year. And what is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're going to lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this, so that we have to rely on other things, other people. It's fucking shit. And I'm quite frankly tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild, and I'm fucking angry more than I am hurt or sad. I'm scared. I have no idea where any of my bills are gonna come from, or the money. I'm more angry than anything because I just cannot even believe.
So I was part of a mass layoff, and today was my last day of work. And yeah, I don't really know what to do with layoffs. Like, I'm not experienced in them. I don't think anyone is. And it's been a really weird day today. I didn't know what to do with myself, so I just did a workout, and now I'm putting together my dinner. I did feel like I was expecting this, and I had like warning, so I feel really lucky for that because I have already started my job search and I have 4 months of severance, so I have a little cushion time. But with the way the economy is going, I'm actually super nervous about finding a job. I think what scares me the most is I actually bought my own place a couple years ago, and I can't make my mortgage payments with EI, so I know I have a definitive timeline to find a job, and I'm terrified, if I'm being quite honest. The other thing that I'm super nervous about is being able to afford my food, because gluten-free food is more expensive than average food. I'm also very lucky that I have the support of my family if I need anything. I also think I felt a lot of shame when I found out I was losing my job, and it literally was nothing based on performance, but I still felt like I'd done something wrong and I was to blame. I've gotten past that now, and I know that it's just how the workforce is, but definitely something hard to get past.
So let it serve as a reminder to you that your loyalty doesn't mean the company you labor for will keep you. You can be as loyal as a dog, but when it's time to let you go, they are moving on. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Give your job your best, but learn skills that can help you earn if unforeseen occurrences like layoff happen to you. There's this clip I've saved for a while that explains how all these corporations treat old employees. They see old employees as a wife and then new ones as a girlfriend. Let me show you.
What I used to say when I was in management is corporations favor the girlfriend over the wife. The wife that's been there for 20 years, you're not favored. You get a 3% raise. The girlfriend that's brand spanking new, you only started seeing her on the side 2 months ago, she's getting the rings, she's getting the car, she's getting the time.
This is just how it works. So when I say you should spend time developing yourself, it is actually for your own good. So how are people actually coping? Let's listen to individuals who have faced layoffs and discover how they've managed to cope and adapt.
Usually being unemployed means you're racing to your next job. You're racing to get to your next job so that you can minimize the amount of time that you are not making any income. But I'm realizing, like, it's also a blessing to have all this free time. Like, it's rare. Usually we're constantly working. What are you doing? Working. Like, what are you doing tomorrow? Working. You know, so it's a blessing to have free time like this every day for an unknown time period. So something that I was thinking about was, yes, it's a race to find my next job, but it's also a race to do something productive in this free time while I have it. Because imagine, I'm 3 months unemployed and all I have done is, go out and like do stuff with friends and the same old things that I normally would do, Like, I actually want to build something, because this time is the time that I always wished for when I was employed. That's my mindset now, thinking about it. I'm racing to a job, but I'm also not in too much of a rush, because this time is valuable to build something of my own, something, that I can work on still when I do find a job. But having all this time, free time to work on it, it's going to boost it up more and speed up that process. For any of you that are unemployed, laid off, whatever it may be, in between jobs, yes, race to your next job, because clearly we need money in this economy, in any economy, but also think about this time as your opportunity to do something really productive for yourself.
One thing that experience of being laid off has taught me is that you can never put your all into anything that does not belong to you. And before I even got the role at my previous job, I was an entrepreneur. I was a full-time social media manager for 5 years before I got this role. That's actually the reason why I got the role, is because of that history. And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to do this again. I'm about to start my own again. I'm about to start my own digital marketing agency. And I'm going to put myself in a position to never be laid off again because I'm going to be the boss. Because I'm going to be the CEO. I'm the decision maker in this, okay? Now, the funny thing about this experience, right, is I feel like God positioned me to work for that company to develop my skill set. Now it's time for me to apply my skills that I've acquired to helping others that do not know how to properly market themselves, their brand, or their business online.
Okay, for the record, because a lot of you guys have asked, what do I do for money? So I worked for corporate America for 15 years, and 3 years ago, I was actually laid off from my job and decided, man, I'm gonna start working for myself. I opened up my own personal training company because I lost 100 pounds and had a lot of influence on women. From there, I got into adult content, which I have a page, and that actually allowed me to have a lot of financial freedom. I quickly realized I don't really like the adult part of this, but I do like making content. So then I became a content creator and started doing travel content as well. From that, I started doing UGC deals and landing lots of brand deals. I also have several streams of passive income. You can check the links on my page, such as Amazon affiliates and selling my own digital products. I also invest in the stock market like crypto and other general stocks. I say all of this because up until a few years ago, I worked a corporate job. I worked from a 9 to 5 or really from 7 to 7. It wasn't until I laid off that I actually took a leap of faith on myself and actually started doing things that I loved doing. I'm getting really emotional, but to anybody else out there that wants to leave their corporate job, if I can do it, you can do it too. Believe in yourself. Believe that you have what it takes and that the universe has you and you can make whatever life choices that you make. You can live the same lifestyle. You can leave the US if you truly believe that you can.
If you get laid off, you need to do this in the first 48 hours. This is going to minimize the time it takes you to get back on your feet. Step 1, once you find out, just take the rest of the day to process it. Cry, eat some ice cream, vent to a trusted loved one. You are not going to make any productive moves until you process this. Step 2, the next day. Consider posting a message like this on your LinkedIn profile. This is going to alert everyone that you're available, and I genuinely know people who have gotten a job offer within 24 hours of getting laid off because they did something like this. Step 3, to avoid any gaps in your resume and continue building your skills, reach out to any friend of yours that runs a business. Send a message like this to start offering your support. And then finally, step 4, we're going to make a list of 3 companies that we want to work for, find people who work at those companies on LinkedIn, and send them a message like this to start building connections. If you follow these steps, you're probably going to have something on your plate before your severance even runs out.
You need to build your confidence to ace your next job. Look into the mirror, practice interview questions, record yourself answering common interview questions, see how you sound, watch your body language, try to check your tenses and your pace. You don't have to be perfect. It's okay to laugh at yourself a little time. You just need to be confident and then real. That's it. Then you can also consider building a simple online portfolio. You're going to showcase who you are. You're going to showcase what you do. You're going to showcase samples of your work. But while you are applying, you don't just send your CV and your cover letter to recruiters. It's okay to also send this one-page portfolio to the recruiter. This helps to boost your chance of getting another job. Even for non-creative fields, showing your thinking process sets you apart. And if you still have a job, honestly, that is a blessing. But I don't want you getting too comfortable. You need to plan ahead. So don't wait till you get laid off before you begin to level up. So while you're still on that job, upgrade your value quietly. You need to learn the tools that your bosses don't have time to learn. You don't need a fancy course. YouTube has lots of resources. There are free tutorials that will teach you about 95% of what you need to upscale. You need to be the person who solves complex problems on the job. And then don't hide your input. Start to brag about the results you've shown on the job. Anytime someone compliments you or you complete a big project, not even just big, whether big or small, you complete a project, save it. Screenshot that email, write it down. And why are you doing this? When layoff happens, it's a proof of your worth for your next job or to even negotiate where you are right now. You need to begin to think like a freelancer. Even if you love your job so much, start to think like someone who might need to earn without it. So think about this. What skill do you already have that you can apply to freelancing? Or what skill would you like to learn that you can apply to freelancing? Whatever skill you are learning doesn't need to be something you have passion for. The goal at the end of the day is to make money. So keep passion aside. Start gradually. Set up your profile, build your portfolio, and then start freelancing. By freelancing, you get to build your client base and then earn on the side. So even if the job doesn't lay you off, you get to have a side hustle you can go to for that extra income. And then I also need to talk to the fresh graduates. You just popped out of college or university, you still do not know where to start from. You need to write down 3 things that you are really good at. Then you make research of jobs that use that skill you have. You can decide to make research online or speak with people you trust, people who can advise you on jobs that you can apply the skill to. And then you take out time this week to learn one tool or platform that is related to the skill that you have. So for instance, you like speaking, right? You can try tutoring, you can try content creation, make use of your phone to learn how to edit videos. You do not need to have all those gadgets figured out yet. You don't need to be perfect at first. You just need to keep moving one step at a time. Make use of what you have. If you've worked in admin for so long a time, you can try virtual assisting. If you've worked as a content creator, you can start freelancing and doing your own stuff. Don't give up. If you've got value from this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because someone needs to see this. Have you been affected by a job? Please share how you've been coping through this struggle. Millions of people are reacting to the rise of grocery prices. This video discusses that and also talks about ways to cope. Click on this video to watch. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in my next